Today I would love to share with you my plans for my very first Make 9. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Gabrielle and this is Cloth Edit. Thank you, first of all, thank you so much for all your support on the previous vlog. It was a long time in between vlogs and it was so lovely to get all those comments and likes and lots of new subscribers, and I'm just thrilled. I'm really close to 1,000 subscribers now, which is just lovely. So I am continuing on my path of shorter vlogs more frequently, so I'm going to get started quickly, try to. So my Make 9, this is the first one I've done. I mean, I've thought about it many times and made all sorts of plans before, but I suffer from real procrastination. I call it Sewcrastination, because I can have fabric on the cutting table with a pattern on it, pinned out, scissors in hand, and I will change my mind. I don't know why. I just have doubts and think that there's a better option, or a doubt that it will work and so forth. So anyway, I think this is going to really help me, and so that's one reason. And I have been watching a few Make 9 and I've been seeing them on Instagram, and I saw Ruan's from the Yorkshire Sew Girl, and she made some comments that I thought were really good, you know, just about remembering that it's just, you know, a bit of fun. And it doesn't matter if things change and you change your mind and don't make them all. But I have spent a number of hours, well, yesterday and the previous day, really thinking about what I want to make this year. And I love dresses. So there are a couple of dresses on the list, and, you know, there has to be. But there are some gaps in my wardrobe, and I want to try and address that with some fantastic patterns. I have focused on patterns that I stock at Cloth Edit, with the exception of one. I want to sew more of the patterns I stock, and I want to make a concerted effort to do that, because there are so many far beyond this Make 9 that I want to make, but this is a great start. I've also tried to distribute, you know, my love across a number of different pattern companies, although those that I don't mention in this, I will certainly be making garments from them during the year also. Right, so the first one on my list, in no particular order other than I'm just going to mention the dresses first, is the Closet Core Patterns Pauline dress. This is very popular for, I know it's been on a few Make 9, and I know why. It's a really special dress. It's got a great square neckline, really cool sleeves, lovely pleat detail at the front. But I mean, the key feature, again, for me, I have a thing about details at the back, is the closure. It's quite open, but not too low that you couldn't wear a bra, and it's just got a lovely tie closure. I need a black dress, and this, as far as I can tell at this stage, this is going to be my black dress, and I have in mind a black cloth that's in my range at the moment, which I think will be perfect, and I want to embellish it in some way, but more on that in another vlog, where I'm going to talk about some resolutions, things I want to do in general this year. So that's number one, the Closet Core Patterns Pauline. Now number two is in this, I've got my lap full of patterns and things here. So number two is from the Named Clothing or Named Patterns Building the Pattern book. Now this has been out for a couple of years now. I started to stock them towards the end of last year. Towards the end of last year, and I got them in specifically for Christmas. So there's only one left at the moment, but I think I will be getting more in, because I think as people realize the fantastic range of patterns in it and the value for money given all that's in it, I think I'll be selling more. But anyway, as for so more on the book when I get to make this garment. It's the Luava, I think that's how you pronounce it. I've forgotten. I looked up, I did a search how to pronounce this in Finnish, and I think it was Luava. So Luova, Luava. I'm sure that's not the correct pronunciation, but you get the drift. I did try. It's a really simple, straight through dress, but there are a few details I really love. You know, it's that collar, and there are a number of different variations that you can make, including 2 different collars, and I want to do the one that's a bit extra, the one with the extra pleat in it. I just think that's so cool. I just love it. And it's for shaping. It has a piece of elastic in the, I don't think there's a back waist seam, but I think you create a casing for to insert an elastic piece to gather it in at the back, and then there are ties also. Anyway, I just love that, and I think this will be quite soonish making this, because I think it will be lovely in, I've got a Japanese, well, 4 Japanese seersuckers. There's a Dune range that's in a black or white, and then there's a Theodora in a black or white also. And I just think that, I mean, seersucker in summer, it's pretty cool and lovely to wear. So anyway, that's an initial thought anyway. But that was number 2, the named clothing Luava. So number 3 is something that I don't have in stock yet. It's an assembly line pattern, and I'm really low on assembly line patterns. I need to do a big restock. It's I haven't got a number of their new patterns, and this one, the 3rd on my list, is the elastic waist maxi skirt. And it's just, I mean, it's a simple skirt, but there's enough in there that I've chosen this pattern to make it. I love the pockets on it. I love the extra high waist in it. I love the length. I mean, not that that's an issue. You can make skirts whatever length you want. It's nothing, you know, too taxing to adjust that detail in it. But there's just something about all the little details in this that make me really want to make this. Number 4 is a pattern brand I don't stock at Cloth Edit, but I used to. When I first opened, In the Folds, the lovely Emily from In the Folds was one of the first pattern companies I reached out to, and she said, sure, you can stock my patterns. And so there's a little special place in my heart for Emily and In the Folds. She gives so much to the sewing community over the years. If you have been a subscriber to her newsletter, you know, she used to give away so many tips and tricks, and it was all for free. And she sort of had to rethink and realize that that's really a core part of her brand. And so she's now got a kind of like a subscription basis format for her patterns, like the subscribers get the extra content, which is wonderful, because I think she was give, and at one point I think she had to go and get a second job, which is crazy for a company like that. So if you have made any of the free patterns that Emily from In the Folds has been involved with Peppermint Magazine, I heartily encourage you to go and have a look at In the Folds and look at Emily's patterns, because honestly, they're just so unique. They really are unique, and there are a number of them I want to make. Absolutely are on my broader list, but I've just mentioned the skirt, that's number 3. So my number 4 item is the Darlow pants by In the Folds. Now, I don't wear pants, I shouldn't say that. I don't wear trousers very often in the year, but I do wear them in winter. And last winter I wore the same pair. It's one of the few ready-to-wear items I had, just a black pair of joggers in like a black twill. And I thrashed them until they wore out, and I've literally patched them, and that patch is not working anymore. So anyway, I need to sort that out, and I need some black pants. And although these aren't elastic waist, I'm just going to give them a little bit of more ease, and I might even finagle some kind of elastic insertion at the sides to give me a little bit of room, for expanding and contracting waistlines as the seasons turn. So I love these. They're fitted at the waist and hip area, but this is a great thing for me. They're fuller, there's more room, there's more ease in the leg, and they're just a really cool shape. They're tapered, which tends to suit me more, although in theory I should really be looking at, wide leg pants. They don't tend to look great anyway. I loved wearing my joggers last winter, so they're a similar shape to that, so I'm going with that. But these have just got those really interesting design lines. I love them. There are 2 different options. I love both, so maybe I'll end up making both. So that's my 4th one, In the Folds Darlow pants. Number 5 is the Fibre Mood Tallulah blouse, and the Tallulah was in the latest issue of the Fibre Mood magazine, the special, which is the first time they've done a special around Christmas time. I've just sold out of the last one in the shop, and I don't think I'll be ordering any more. I don't think any more are available to order. So, but don't lose hope if you missed out on that, on a copy of the magazine, because in a few months they usually put the patterns that were in magazines, featured in the magazines, in their online shop to sell as PDFs. And occasionally, like they did last year, they select a few patterns to do a print run and offer those to stockists like myself, and I have a few of those different patterns in my shop at the moment. Right, but the Tallulah is this blouse here, and I'll include as many images as I can for you. As you can see, the key feature is that oblong, I was going to say circular, it's circular, the pattern piece, it looks circular, but it's more of an oblong opening at the back that is pulled in by a tie that you create, that you sew, and that pulls in the oblong, so there's beautiful gathers. I just love it. I don't know what it is about back openings, but I just love them. And yes, so I love the Tallulah. It also has other features that I love. It's got a seam on the lower sleeve. I think it's just got an elastic cuff, and the waist, it's got like a more fitted, kind of like a peplum, like it's a more fitted band at the waistline. So that's going to be perfect to wear with especially that assembly line skirt. So yes, so the Tallulah blouse is number 5. Number 6 is the Pattern Fantastic Fen shirt. Pattern Fantastic is another Australian pattern company, and that's another one I've run very low. I'm very low in stock on, but I'll be doing another Pattern Fantastic order very soon. It's a shirt pattern, but it's really unique. It's oversized, which generally I'm not drawn to, but this is oversized and then it comes in at the waist, which I love. It's a really lovely shape and perfect for wearing with, again, that skirt that's on my list. It's got a shaped back and front, so love that. I love the back of it. The sleeve has a seam at the back, and that back sleeve seam falls in alignment with the seam, the back yoke seam, where the back yoke makes the back bodice pieces. So I love that, just really nice detail. It's got a lovely pleat in the back bodice going into the back yoke, and all sorts of other options, little ties on the cuffs and collar, or plain or no collar, just a collar stand, and I kind of like that look. I really love it, and I think this is going to look great in a Japanese cotton print. It would actually look great in one of the seersuckers I've got as well, a really bold linen silk print. I think it would look really good. I don't think, actually, because it's not tucked in, I think that I could do it in a linen as well. So anyway, I'm already thinking of all the possibilities. So that's number 6, the Pattern Fantastic Fen. So number 7 is the Merchant and Mills Ellsworth. That one there. It took me a little while to get Merchant and Mills into the Cloth Edit store, because they have a particular aesthetic, and stores that have that aesthetic too, or lean into the Merchant and Mills aesthetic, were stocking Merchant and Mills. And I didn't think it fit with me, but I've been reimagining what these patterns would look like in print, in lovely Japanese cottons and linen silks. It doesn't have to be plain or a check, So not that there's anything wrong with that. I love the aesthetic, but I think I'm trying to reimagine the patterns in different prints. So yes, so that's what I'm thinking of. Mind you, it looks fantastic in that white, and that could be really versatile as well, So I certainly am not thinking that I will not do anything plain or check like Merchant and Mills, but there are other options there as well. So I love, it looks really simple. I love the half button placket. It's all in one piece. The sleeve and bodice is cut in one piece. Really simple collar, stepped hem, and love it. It's so full. It's one shirt that I would wear untucked, and it's going to look really good with those Darlow pants, I think. And yes, so I'm thinking lots of things, lots of possibilities. So the second last one is an oldie but a goodie. It's the I Am Patterns Zebra, or the Zebra sweater. And I think I Am Patterns were the first to offer a sweater with that really full sleeve. I think they sort of led the trend, or were the first to pick up on that trend in the indie pattern world. And they brought it out with another one, the Lion, which was a sweater with the gathered sleeves. They were really ahead of the trend really, as far as that was concerned. I have always loved the zebra but haven't made it. So again, this is going to be great with my maxi skirt, the assembly line maxi skirt, and my Darlow pants. I probably would wear it with the Darlow pants with a shirt underneath. So a longer shirt sticking out with the tails showing. I think that would look really good. So that is my second last one. And the very last one is a jacket, my only outerwear piece, because I live in a warm climate and I don't get much winter. And although I'd love to make coats, I would just never wear them. But what I do wear is just sweaters, and I've got a denim jacket which was a hand-me-down when I got it, and I've had it for, I don't know, 10 years, and I wear it all the time. And it is a bit small, and I need to make one that's better fitting. So the last one is the Maison Ferve Pillar jacket. So I want to make a denim version, but I think you could, I mean, this would be fantastic in a cord as well. So that's a possibility. But I love it because it's different. I love the darts around the neckline. That's going to be fantastic for top stitching. It sort of creates this, you know, sun rays around the neckline. And love all the seams. It's kind of, you know, apart from those darts at the neckline, at the front it's a traditional denim jacket, but then at the back is where all the business is, because there's a classic option, but the one that I really love, it's got this massive pleat, this fold detail at the back, and Maison Ferve love a pleat. They, if you have a look through the pattern catalogue, and I've got most of their patterns in stock, or if they're out of stock, I'll be getting more soon. You'll see all the pleat details. It's kind of a signature of the pattern brand. So can't wait to make that. So that's it for my Make 9. I hope there is something there perhaps that's new, or maybe there's a pattern there that you had forgotten that you did remember, you did like and forgot about, or that there was something interesting there that might inspire you and your sewing. So that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed that. Please, if you could subscribe to the channel, that would be lovely. I just am thrilled about being a part of this YouTube world, and can't wait to see what this year, what unfolds this year for the channel. So thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.